People in Nigeria are saying Nigeria is hard. It is difficult to earn a living. They're looking for how to jackpot out of Nigeria. Why Nigerians that have jackpot out of Nigeria, those Nigerians that have left Nigeria and came down to this UK and America, they are there and they're saying, don't come because this place is expensive. You're paying rent monthly, unlike Nigeria that you pay rent yearly. Your bills, everything is monthly. So they're telling those in Nigeria not to come. And Nigeria is cheaper. So, sir, since you've been in both sides of the world, you've been in Nigeria, you've been in other countries. In your own opinion, what do you think? Where do you think is cheaper, Nigeria or outside Nigeria?
Okay, where is cheaper to live? Is it Nigeria? Is it the UK? Let's look at it from this angle. Like, what do we regard as cheap, or how do we define the word cheap? Where we say where's cheaper to live? I consider cheap as your ability to afford things with ease, without inconveniencing people, like without calling friends and well-wishers to assist you financially to meet your basic needs. Yeah. So when you're able to just buy something with ease, it's what I say as cheap, you know. Okay, I'll use your example, like rent in the UK and payment of rent in Nigeria. You know, we pay rent in Nigeria once a year, right? And in the UK, we pay every month. Now, the question is, in the UK where we pay rent every month, in the US where rent are paid every month, and in Canada. Now, at the end of the month, when you have to pay your rent, does it inconvenience you? Do you have to call friends and well-wishers, brothers and sisters, to say, oh, my rent is due, please, I need money to pay my rent? You pay it with ease. You pay it without even knowing that you are paying rent, you know. But in Nigeria, my brother, or my lakoko, where you have 1 year to prepare for rent, and when your rent is due in that after 1 year, you are still not able to pay your rent with ease. You have 1 year to prepare for the rent, and when it's time for you to pay your rent, you start calling, Afa, I need small thing to add during my rent because my landlord won't give me quick notice. So what do you now consider as cheap? Where you pay rent every month and you're able to pay it with ease, or where you pay once a year, yet you are still not able to afford it. Let me use another example, like car. If you are to get a car in the UK, you live in the UK, you have to get a car, you can just wake up one morning and say, I want to buy a car next month or next 2 months. Now, without depending on savings or having any savings on ground, without depending on any loan, from your salary, you are hoping, I'm going to buy a car next month or next month when I get salary. You're able to afford it. You say it with all manner of confidence. But in Nigeria, let me use a bank manager, even a university lecturer. Without having a savings that you have saved over the years, like for 5 years, or without depending on loan, can you just wake up confidently and say, next month or next 2 months, I want to buy a car? Like, where did you get such guts from? Like, what did they give you that kind of courage? So, you are a university lecturer, a bank manager has to plan for like 5 years, over like 5 years, create a savings account where you have to plan for 5 years to be able to buy the cheapest car. If a cleaner in the UK has to plan for 5 years to buy a car, know that his intention is to have a car stand, like buy a fleet of cars. So it is not to buy one car. A cleaner can say, I want to buy a car next month, and he's able to afford it. So where do you consider cheap? Is it a place where you can easily meet your needs financially with ease, or a place where you say it is cheap, yet you are not able to afford even the basic? I see people coming on social media, maybe when they go to grocery shop, they pick an item and they say, oh, Nigerians, stay in your country. It is very expensive. You look at how much I'm buying this item. After making that video, do they drop the item back or they buy it with ease? They buy it without stress. The people you are telling, stay in your country, things are cheap there, they cannot even afford that item where they are. So like what I've said, your ability to afford things, your basic needs, without stress, without inconveniencing people, without calling for urgent 2K, it's what I see as cheap. So you do not need a soothsayer, a prophet, to tell you what my answer is after listening to my analysis. So with all manner of confidence, it is cheaper to live where you can afford your bills without inconveniencing people, without people avoiding your calls, than to live in a place where you say it is cheap to live, but you cannot even afford items. To pay rent after 1 year, you have to come and inconvenience me that you say it is expensive where I'm living. And I will still, after paying my own, I will not say come and pay your own. Okay, thank you. I think I've answered the question. Wesley.